Hi everyone, Dawn here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. So today I'm going to do something I don't normally do, and I do it, but not regularly, because I just like to kind of keep my channel makeup and food, but sometimes I'll dive into something else, like, talking about stuff. And the stuff today is Creepshow Art. It's like her return video, but it's not really a return video because she said, I'm done with YouTube. So it's not really a return, but I'm sure she'll come back in some facet with, a ghost account or something, or like a invisible account, because don't trust her. I don't. So this is just my loose reaction to her 2.5 hour long video. Pointless video where she said nothing. It was supposed to be proof that Emily Artful was lying and it had evidence. And she literally provided nothing but evidence that she really is more stalkery than we thought. Stalker. I mean, what? It was just a waste of everybody's time. It was a waste of her time, for sure. Complete waste of her time. And I would react to everything in the video that I have a reaction to, but it would just take too long. Now, if you want to see me do a reaction video to her whole thing, which I actually didn't even watch the whole thing, I watched bits and pieces and watched a lot of other YouTubers who actually went through the torture of watching the whole thing, and to that I thank them. Thank you for not having to not making other people have to sit through that. That was I'm gonna say that is an act of love, because I wasn't gonna sit through 2.5 hours of that whiner, not at all. And just, she's such a nasty person, and everybody butt worshipped her for so long. And I'm like, you don't see through this. You do not see through this. I always thought she was a phony and a fraud, and everybody else is like, oh my God, I love her so much, I want to lick her butt. No, don't love her. She is a bad person. She's a phony. And finally everybody realized it after the lolcow stuff, and then Emily Artful came out with her video explaining how she's always been this way, and everybody, or not everybody, but a lot of people were surprised. I was just sitting here like, I can't believe any of y'all are surprised by this. Really? Maybe it's this kind of thing that comes with age, I don't know, but the older you get, the fewer people you trust. So reacting to her whole video would just take way too long. But she is just full of BS, just full of it. She's just a terrible person, and I've known that. I've suspected it. Let me not say I've known it. But it was over 2.5 hours of pure garbage. It was garbage. And the Emily Artful stuff is damning enough. It's damning enough. And as far as I'm concerned, Emily showed good evidence, and I believe Emily. The trauma she was discussing was, it was just too much. It was just too much, and I believe her. I still believe her. Even after this Creepshow Art thing, her return or whatever. Well, it's not really a return, because she's basically saying F all of you and I'm not coming back. Like she's punishing us somehow. I'm like, don't come back. Obviously no one cares. Don't do us any favors. You're acting like, oh, I'm not coming back. She's acting like that's a punishment to us. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody gives a damn. But anyway, like I said, the Emily Artful stuff is damning enough with evidence, but she didn't explain her lolcow stuff. I was spoofed. Nobody believes me. No one believes you because it's crap. And specifically the Ready to Glare stuff, and the trying to reach out to Gabby Hanna to do an expose on Ready to Glare of all people. Stupid. Just stupid. So, because her downfall was the lolcow stuff, and then Emily Artful came out with her video, and that just kind of quadrupled down on the situation. The Emily Artful stuff is just one thing. It's just one bad thing. The lolcow stuff is bad enough. Like the lolcow stuff, you weren't like harming someone's life. Like like you did with Emily Artful, but she's a narcissistic sociopath, and just, she's been full of shit since she started YouTube. I'm sorry, she has been. And her YouTube channel wasn't really that old before all this stuff came out. So, you know, and, you know, whatever. And her nasty attitude to her former supporters is just, she would rather just go under than just say, I did this, it was terrible of me, I was wrong, and just try and make an apology. Granted, not many people are going to accept it. And, you know, we've seen in the past where YouTubers make apologies and they're just still torn up. But it is better. It is better to try and own your crap than to come out and say, yeah, screw all y'all, you know? And I have notes because it really is a lot. But she said, let me see if I can find that. Hold on. I'm going to read it in her video. God, she's just such a nasty person. She really thought she had people fooled, too. So in her about section of her video, it's like, look, it's a novel, but she goes, I want to thank my legal team. By legal team, she probably means, you know, the people who I read about on the internet and YouTube stuff while I'm surfing around. She have a legal team. She's too cheap to pay for a lawyer. But I want to thank my legal team, family, and no one else, because you people couldn't even scroll down on an Instagram page to fact check her. You really said, no evidence? That's fine. It's not like she's accusing these people of felonies that could ruin their lives. Yes, if you've committed felonies, you deserve for your life to be ruined. And as far as Emily Artful goes, it's still, even after your bullshit video, it still seems like what she said was true. Her own YouTube channel debunks all of her claims. She said she was so scared to post about her location online during a time when she was actively vlogging around her city, saying where she was living and more, but per usual, I will do all the heavy lifting because you guys are lazy. That's her smart-ass response, or her smart-ass statement to people who used to watch her video, who supported her, who ensured her income. That's her attitude towards them. She's an asshole. For ease of understanding the ability to read along with the video and see more evidence, here is the Google Doc of the script. And by the way, I clicked on that and there's no document. And I've seen other people who have some version of it, so let me click on it again. Yeah, file doesn't exist. Okay. The Google Doc also contains links to the various social media cited in this video, social medias that were run by Emily that have evidence of her lies on it. And let me just point out, her writing is atrocious. Her grammar is horrible. She doesn't capitalize anything. She uses periods in the weirdest places. Okay, that have evidence of her lies on it that she purposely withheld in order to slander my husband and I. That she didn't use I properly either. It should have been me and my husband. The way you know that is you use I without the other entity, and if it doesn't sound right, then you know it's the never mind. The only social media I chose not to link is her 3 Facebooks, because in her original video she said she wouldn't be comfortable with them being public. Oh, Creepshow Art, you're such a trooper. You're such a hero. I will not be responding to comments, but she will be reading them because she left them on, so she's a little full of it. I will not be interacting with this video or this channel after this, lest it be talking about how certain people like Ashley Lilly and Repzion went above and beyond to lie, dox, and slander me. And then she just does a bunch of timestamps, which, hello, get a life. And then she has a bunch of video links and then she used up all of her what do you call it? Her character, so she had to go into a pinned comment and put more. And all of this proves nothing. It doesn't prove that Emily Artful is lying. It really does not. And let me read you some of these brutal comments. There's over 10,000 now. When I went in here earlier, there was 1,000. So these comments are brutal. 2 hours of you showing the extent you stalked Emily. Fantastic. This is actually both pathetic and horribly cruel. You made your bed, lie in it. When Emily was 3 months old, she shat her diaper and threw up milk on her mother's favorite shirt. Truly a sign of a manipulative liar. Because basically in the video, she's just taken all these little things, even from when Emily was very young. And Emily, in her video about Creepshow Art, she said she used to be a terrible person and was just kind of an ass. And she admitted to that. And so, whatever. And then somebody said, I really don't understand how any of this disproves Emily's accusations. And then someone replied to that comment, it does not. In fact, it only serves to prove them. It doesn't. This video is just Shannon digging herself a deeper grave. And there's just, it is totally not in support of Creepshow Art at all. Another reason why we need the dislike button back. But you can see the ratio if you have, I don't know. Y'all know what it is. Somebody knows what it is and they'll leave it in the comments. I know this woman isn't telling anyone to touch grass while perma-glued in front of a computer, screen recording an entire motion picture documenting what appears to be her arch nemesis, Emily's life from childhood. You literally could have been enjoying your marriage and spending time with your family and friends. Activities people who do in fact touch grass engage in, by the way. Yet chose to record this disaster and spend what appears to be days, if not weeks worth of research, all to make a hit piece on someone you hate. Seems like someone's a bit obsessed and jealous. I just want to add jealous, matcha, I'm sorry. But what do I know? I don't spend hours frolicking in fields of grass like Shannon. Oh, yeah, Shannon, no one's buying it. Emily is guilty of some things. That doesn't make you innocent of all things. Yeah, because let's say someone steals a car and the person that reports them for stealing the car stole a tube of lipstick. You know what I mean? Well, you stole a tube of lipstick, so you're not innocent. Stupid. Okay, I'm not going to read all those comments, even though they're brilliant. They're wonderful. You should go to that video, to Creepshow Art's video, pause it so you don't have to listen to her mouth, and just scroll through the comments. The comments are amazing. You guys who left those comments, you're amazing. I love you. Okay, so I was just going to say she's a nasty, unfunny, unintelligent, spoiled, narcissistic brat who expects the world to adjust to her and expects everything to work out in her favor, even though we all now know she's a lying, disgusting, horrible human being who never cared about anyone but herself. She couldn't accept responsibility, take accountability, and publicly apologize to those she hurt. And according to Shannon McMoral Authority, if you've never opened up about trauma, abuse, addiction, anything like that, and then you finally do open up about it, you're a liar. You're a liar. Watch Nick Snyder's video, The Viewer's Voice. He kind of touches on that a lot more eloquently than I do. But she thinks she's a queen, she's royalty. But anyone else who opens up about, if you don't open up about your trauma immediately, it didn't happen. That's according to this filthy gas bag. Just a ridiculous person. It took me 40 years to open up about my trauma. What do you think about that, Shannon? Am I a liar? I don't give a shit what she thinks, you know, because she's garbage. She's a garbage person. And I know there are people like, oh, you're being too harsh. You're being too harsh. No, the hell I'm not. No, the hell am I not being too harsh? I'd rather listen to Trish Paytas sit on her kitchen floor and cry for 2.5 hours about nothing than to ever have to sit through her crap video. And I am so grateful to those that did, because I did get a lot of information from them. And they didn't dissect her video and re-edit it and stuff to make it favor what they have to say. They were honest. Even some people who made their videos even pointed out parts where, okay, you've got a point, but still, you know what I mean? They're being diplomatic about it. So, but so her problematic behavior surpassed the Emily Artful stuff. I mean, that was bad. That was bad. But lolcow betraying all of her friends in the community, phony behavior, lying about people, spoofing her spoofing her IP address, her complete spaz attack on Tipster. What a cow. Just what a joke. She's a horrible, horrible, horrible human being. I mean, that attack on Tipster was so disgusting to me. I don't know a lot about Tipster, but I did, know about that situation, and just disgusting. Just, what a garbage person. She's mocked mental health, sexual abuse, races. She's mocked accents, nationalities, disabilities. She's done all these things. We finally call her out on it when Emily, or when the lolcow stuff comes to light, and then when Emily made her video. And, no, sorry, still believe Emily. But, hey, I get it, Shannon. It's rough. It's rough. It's got to be rough. I wouldn't really know yet, but it's rough when someone calls you on your bullshit, and instead of being humbled and just coming forward and being a soft-spoken, gentle person, you're like, eh! And no one cares. No one cares. Because at the end of the day, you're garbage and everyone else is just trying. I see that all the time. I mean, I see horrible people on the internet all the time. But then I see people who, they have opinions and stuff, but at the end of the day, and I keep using that and I hate that term, but they're doing their best. You, Creepshow Art, you've not done your best at anything. You've never done your best. You've done the bare minimum to be a person. But hey, that rambunctious bitch-ass information section, or in your about section, that should win the good graces of everyone, right? No, because you don't want them. And by the way, she didn't sue Emily Artful. They didn't reach an understanding and her videos were taken down. Emily's videos are still up in their full fabulous glory, and I will say share them down below. And the videos are Creepshow Art has always been this way, and Creepshow Art did not work alone. And they're still up on Emily Artful's channel. And again, I will link them down below. If I remember, you know how I am. And this 2.5 long video, it was the last gasp of a desperate, horrible woman trying to save face. It's just, her channel's dead. I commented, liar, liar, YouTube channel, fire. And, whatever. You can watch Beauty Demon, Lanza, The Viewer's Voice, which I already said. So many others. If you've made a video reacting to Creepshow Art's piss, or I said her piss puddle. I was writing with the dog on my lap. Let folks know in my comments if you've made a video about this or anything else regarding the topic. Comment it down below. You can't leave a link, but comment it down below, and I would urge everyone to click on those comments and check out those channels. Please do. Oh, and at the end of her video, or near the end or something like that, she said, to the people who told me to, myself, better luck next time. Thanks for playing. And to everyone else, go touch some grass. I am done. She's telling us to touch grass. She has made this video alone probably took up half a year of her just, you need to touch grass, sister. You need, What is it? You need to touch grass, sis. You need to touch grass, sis. Touch grass. Please. She's pathetic. And by the way, don't tell people to themselves. Don't do that, because then that just makes you a shitty person, just like Shannon, because she's a shitty person. I think most of us can agree on that. So, this Creepshow Art thing is a repulsive, gutless, just thoughtless, pointless waste of space. It doesn't deserve a platform, and so her saying she's done with YouTube, good. Go away. I don't think she's done. I think she's going to come back with a anonymous account and start making videos again, but hopefully people will catch on. But she's proven, she showed that she's never had respect for anyone ever. And she wants to act like, I'm being accused of the thing I help people, I help save people from. No, you don't help save people. You just run your mouth. That's all you do. That's all you do. Run your mouth. And the video, this ridiculous video, did not help her in the least. It did not prove anybody wrong. All it proved was that she was even more stalkery than anyone thought. That's all it proved. And, you know, so Creepshow Art, you're a bad person. You're a bad person. You don't even know how to apologize. Because you know what? You could have brought up Ready to Glare and Tipster and you did bring up Tipster, but it was a total bitch move. You could have said, I'm sorry, Tipster, for reacting the way I did. That was inappropriate, blah, 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 and apologized to Ready to Glare. And should they accept those apologies? Absolutely not. Tipster would, because he's a sweet guy. But you should have apologized to the friends you betrayed and just not bring up any of the stuff you didn't want to address. People would expect it, but that would have been better than this 2.5 hour stream of endless bullshit. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go now. I'm sorry about my rant. And you know, I'm sorry I take notes. The mind is going. It's gonna be 52 in 2 months, so I had to count 2 months on my fingers. That's how ready to go my brain is. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to everyone later, and bye.